all began in a small town called Bethlehem. The night was quiet, and the sky was filled with stars. Among them, one star shone brighter than the rest. That night, a child was born who would change the world forever. His name was Jesus. Mary and Joseph were simple people, with humble lives but pure hearts. Jesus was not born in a palace, but in a small stable. Yet, his birth marked the beginning of a new hope for humanity. As Jesus grew up, it became clear that he was different. He was wise, kind, and full of compassion. People were drawn to him, not because of power, but because of love. When he began his journey, he traveled from village to village, teaching people about love, forgiveness, and truth. He said, "Love your enemies, and pray for those who hurt you." His words touched hearts deeply. He reminded everyone that God loves all people equally, rich or poor, strong or weak. Jesus didn't just speak, he acted. He healed the sick, gave sight to the blind, and comforted the brokenhearted. Wherever he went, hope followed. One day, thousands of people gathered to hear him speak. They were hungry, and there was very little food. Only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Jesus prayed, and miraculously, the food multiplied. Everyone ate, and no one went hungry. People began to believe he was truly sent by God. But not everyone was happy. Some leaders felt threatened. They feared losing their power and control over people. Jealousy began to grow in their hearts. They started planning against Jesus. Among Jesus' 12 disciples was a man named Judas. Blinded by greed, he betrayed Jesus for money. One night, while Jesus was praying, soldiers came and arrested him. He was accused falsely, insulted, and beaten. Yet, Jesus remained silent. He did not fight back. He did not hate. Instead, he showed only love. Finally, he was sentenced to death on a cross. Jesus was forced to carry a heavy wooden cross up a hill. He was weak and in pain, but he kept going. When they nailed him to the cross, even in that moment of suffering, he said, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Think about that. Even in pain, he chose forgiveness over anger. The sky grew dark. The earth seemed to mourn. And then, Jesus took his last breath. His body was placed in a tomb. People believed the story had ended, but it was only the beginning. 3 days later, early in the morning, some women went to visit the tomb, but when they arrived, the stone was rolled away. The tomb was empty. Jesus had risen from the dead. He had defeated death itself. He appeared to his followers, proving that love, truth, and faith can never be destroyed. Before leaving, he told them, "I am always with you, even to the end of the world." And then, he ascended into heaven. The story of Jesus is not just a story. It is a message of love, forgiveness, and sacrifice. He taught us that anger does not win. Hatred does not win. Love always wins. If you choose kindness, if you choose forgiveness, you can bring light into the darkest places. And maybe, just maybe, you can change the world too.